What's up, LFG fan? Welcome back to another YouTube video. And today, what we got for you guys is the Loki Season 2, Episode 1 review. Man, I was hyped for Loki after the end of Season 1, man. I love the show. I think it's the best MCU show that they got. So I'm hyped for this.
We all watched it last night, right? Like yesterday. And I don't think anybody watched it today. So we all watched it yesterday. Man, hey, as we usually do, we usually get right into the ratings. What was our ratings? Episode 1, to start it off. What did you guys think? Who wants to go first? Who wants to give that rating first? I'll go first because mine's crazy. And we'll get Code's hype.
Crazy
right now. Mine's crazy, bro. And if you guys haven't seen my reaction or my thoughts on the trailer and stuff like that, I still was on board. Like I was excited for it, but I was a little bit more like, okay, well, what's going on? What's the premise of the thing? So compared to these two guys, I think I was a little bit more tapered on my expectations. It's still the best. It's still the best, bro. Off episode 1, it was suspenseful. It kept me on the edge of my seat. It kept me entertained the whole way through. I didn't have any issues with this episode at all. It came back with a banger. Episode 1. I gotta go with a 10. I have to go with a 10 on this one. It was good. Quality.
I should have went first because I don't know why me and you were in sync with these recently, but it's a 10, bro. They didn't miss. I couldn't see a point where I was like, nah, what are they? Nah, bro, it's a 10. And once we get into it, y'all gonna see why.
Yeah, I think off of the first episode, I think I was entertained from start to finish. I think going off the massive cliffhanger of episode 1, we were kind of hoping that would kind of tie in more to the movies. Mm-hmm. And it did, as far as like Kang being introduced into the universe, but it really didn't, if we're being honest.
The story's still on its own thing.
Yeah, for sure. And just like J-Max said, from beginning to end, it was no complaints. I would have to give episode 1 to 10 too. That's what I got.
30. A 30 from the panel here.
30.
LFG, man. Hey, if you guys haven't seen the episode yet, stop this video right now because we're about to go heavy into the spoilers. Go watch that. Come back over here and make sure you guys get the full thoughts and review on what we thought of the whole episode. I mean, here you go, 10 out of 10 from all of us here. So if you, like I said, you haven't seen the video yet or the episode yet, come back, watch this. So here we go. Fair warning, spoilers start now. Hey, so right from the get-go, we started it where he left off. Like, they literally just, like, it could have been episode, I don't know how many episodes the first season had, but, like, this could have been, like, episode 7 of season 2. Like, it was just picked up right there.
Literally the same scene.
Yeah, same scene and everything. Right away, because Cody had some questions on and I texted them last night. And I said, hey, they answered that question if this was what Spider-Verse was doing. And it's not. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's called time slipping. It's called time slipping. And they answered that right away. Like, he went to the future, he went to the past, and he came back to the present. He's just going between past, future, and present. So I thought that was really cool. They opened it up with Mobius and like, who are you again? And he's just running away from them, and he's time slips out of there. And he's like, yo,
it's awesome. It is really awesome.
I love that explanation. You see the crack on the floor? And then he's like, yo, was that always there? Yeah, it was always there. So that's when he realized, I'm going into the past. And then later on we see into the future. I thought that was so well done. Real quick, when they go get that explanation, Jet's been hype about. I'm gonna let Jet talk about it first because Jet's been hype about this person, this actor.
Oh my god, bro!
And he probably he might actually be the steal of the show because
thank you. Yes, he is. I was gonna say, give him his credit. He did his thing.
He killed it, bro. Let me pull up the name or Jet, or if you know his name, Obi. The actor's name. He did phenomenal, and he had a stacked competition coming up against Tom Hiddleston as Loki and Mobius and Owen Wilson. Like, Owen Wilson, like, there's a lot of people out there that don't really like Owen Wilson, and I understand that his comedy's not really for them, but Owen Wilson in Loki is phenomenal. He does a great job. So for Obi to come in here and just fit right in and actually kind of take that spotlight for himself was just amazing to see, bro. He fit perfectly. I loved Obi. The character of Obi was done so well. But Jay, what did you think of Obi's performance?
Yeah, man, like you said, I as soon as I saw him in the trailer, I instantly got hyped just because I saw him in Everything Everywhere All at Once, And obviously Michelle Yeoh is the star of that movie. She absolutely steals every scene that she's in. Um, but I only know him as Wayman Wang just because that was from that movie. I don't know his actual name. And I don't want to butcher it because I know if you Google it, it you're not gonna read it how it's supposed to be pronounced. So I don't know. I don't know if you want to give it a shot.
Let's see. Kehyu Kwan. Kehyu Kwan. I think Kehuyquan. Kehyu Kwan.
So if we butchered that, we're sorry. No
Apologize.
Disrespect at all.
We wanted to give him his due credit and mention him by name because this man did a phenomenal job. But go ahead, Jay, keep going.
Yeah, so he was a standout in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And like I said, as soon as I saw him in this trailer, I instantly got hyped because I am a fan. I've been a fan since then. But you kind of brought it up when we saw it in the trailer. He might have a sort of a smaller role and he might just be in that one scene, but my man was was on it. He was funny. The delivery was there. Like he like you said, he stole the show. Just endless flowers, man. I was just glad to see just how involved he was, and it was great, man. Like you said, stole the show.
Phenomenal. What'd you think, Coach? What would you,
bro? Like, Obi aside, just like I loved how when we came in and seeing the trailer and we had our ideas of how this would go, and we see like at the end of the season 1 where Loki is put in this, we assumed he was put in an alternate reality. The whole time he's in the same reality. So I think it's amazing that the route they're taking on this story is that this whole time Kang had already did all of this, and we're just basically going through his story and how Kang made all this happen. Because I feel like that's what we're gonna get into.
Yeah,
and then it just makes it more to when we meet up with Obi, because we have B-15 taking us through it all, and we're like, well, and when we get to the point, and he's like, I remember this a little bit, and he's talking about, I remember this guy, but he doesn't remember his name, he doesn't remember any of that, but Obi remembers. Yeah, how long has it been? How long has it been? 400 years. Like, bro, what?
Yeah,
oh man,
it's such a good episode, and they hooked me. My main concern was, what is this going to be about? What is this season about? And they got it. They answered my question right away. He's time slipping. He's going between past, present, and future. So he's got to figure that out. And he actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he fixed that already. Like,
yeah,
they handled that.
They fixed it.
Episode 1. So then the next thing they got to handle is Sylvie. They got to go see what's going on with Sylvie. That was the big cliffhanger. Whole TVA is just kind of gearing up. And all this is just for Sylvie?
Yeah,
nah, I don't think so. I don't think
not
so. Something
right.
else is going on.
Exactly.
So this was such a great episode to start with, because as you guys know, me and Jed are kind of teetering on the MCU, and I know, like, I still have reservations that this isn't going to tie into the MCU. But what Coach just mentioned right there, and they didn't click until just right now, because they did say it in the show, and I'm glad that you brought it up, is that this is still the same timeline. So there's still hope for Loki to go back to the movies, back to the big silver screen, and just continue from there. So hopefully they do connect it, and my worries are gone. And if that's the case, hell yeah, MCU's back on track, and look who's doing it. Tom Hiddleston's back. So I'm excited for what we've got this season. Hopefully it connects all the pieces that we've been missing, and we just get a crazy Kang storyline, one above all storyline, and they just, because they're still all coming. They're all still coming, and presumably it's for the TVA, but in the movies it's for the Avengers. So I don't know how that's going to tie in correctly together, so we'll see. But I'm excited, bro, for this. They did it again, bro. Loki did not miss a step. They didn't miss a step at all. And what else you guys want to talk about in the episode?
I just wanted to say, my main reason I believe that Loki's going to come back to the MCU is because of the route of the story. Because let's think about like what we got in episode 1. We have the idea that they're just going to accept the fact that the timeline is branching. They're going to try and let it happen. So if they were to come back to the sacred timeline, I don't think that's going to happen. But if they do, that would mean ultimately that Loki would have to go back to where he belongs. But even if they don't do that, they let the timelines branch and they leave it how it is. By the end of the show, Loki should still be back where he belongs, in my eyes, from episode 1.
Yeah, and it seems like they're not gonna. The goal, and I forget the character's name, but the security agent, the black security agent,
I forget her name. Hunter.
I forget her name. Yeah, she doesn't want. She's like, we're trimming all these. We've been trimming these branches, and it's not what we're supposed to be doing, where we've committed so many atrocities, and this is wrong. We're not supposed to be doing this. So apparently the branches are supposed to happen, and there's supposed to be these multiple timelines splitting off in different versions and stuff like that. So that is pretty cool, because if they let that happen and he finds a way to expand that tunnel that they were trying to at the end of the episode, that's going to be like, it's going to introduce some crazy stuff, I think, in the MCU. Hopefully they stick with it, and hopefully it goes into the MCU, because we want this stuff to connect, and it's going to be awesome to see that. So I hope that's where they're going.
I'm of the same belief as Cody. I think it honestly will end up tying into the MCU in the end. And I kind of gave this sentiment, I think, the last time we talked about Loki. And I just think that, for one, Tom Hiddleston is just too big of a star to be trapped in this show. Like, the show is doing marvelous, and it's the best show that they've done. But he's as far as Marvel goes, he's an A-lister, bro. I don't know how you want to judge that on celebrity scale, but as far as Marvel goes, he's an A-lister. And Loki is still a top 5 villain that they've ever had in all the movies. So I think bringing him back, and even like him and having interactions with Thor, like, it's just more things that they can get into. So I think it's, going off of season 1, it's great that we kind of got the revelation that the TVA is just kind of bullshit. So it's kind of like he's stuck there right now, but there's nothing in the grand scheme of things really keeping him there, like there kind of was that idea from season 1. So I think he will find a way once, we kind of take care of whatever he's going through. But yeah, I'm just glad that season 2 started off with a bang, because and right from the jump, because I think a lot of the problems with these Marvel shows that I've never really talked about is just kind of that first episode kind of takes a little while to get going. And this was, like we said, it was right off jump. We got the same problem that season 1 ended on, and we're just taking care of that. So yeah, it's just really great to see that Loki's back, still the best MCU show. And it's just continuing the legacy of the first season.
A counterpoint to like why he would stay on the small screen and stay on Disney Plus. And I guess Mobius can do it. But do we see Loki kind of just being the head of the TVA and still kind of making sure things go as planned, and he just stays there and this is his new post? Can you guys see that happening? I know, like I said, I think Mobius can do it, but I think they give Loki that role.
I say no, because for one, I don't think they're gonna keep the TVA how it is. I think they're gonna just leave it. If they do it, it's gonna be like they're changing the TVA to make sure that branches happen and make sure people aren't trying to stop them. And I don't see Loki running that, because at the end of the day, like, Loki has his own life, and he's only doing this because of Sylvie. And and that's another thing we got to speak on right now. But yeah, after whatever happens with him and her, I don't think the TVA has anything to do with any of that besides him getting around.
Yeah, and then presumably too, they're gonna let the TVA agents kind of like choose. Hey, you guys all had lives on these timelines. Do you guys want to go back to them, or you guys want to, I guess, stay here? So we're gonna get that whole storyline. Sylvie, let's talk about Sylvie. She wasn't really present too much in the episode up until the very end. What did you guys think?
I think the point. So okay, that first time we saw her, was it the elevator, right?
Yeah,
the elevator was in the future. So my thing about it is, because she said she was looking for him, but the second time we saw her was when she was put in the past, and she was basically about to settle down. So that's where I'm like, what is she doing? Because the current version of her is in the past, trying to just live on Earth and see what's going on. Like, it seems like she's trying to live a normal life, but then she's in the TVA in the future. We don't even know what future that was that Loki was in. But everything was gone. He couldn't find any more of the prune sticks. He couldn't find nothing. Nobody was there. So that could be really far. So what happened between those times that made her come back to the TVA to look for Loki, of all people?
Awesome scene, by the way, with her in the McDonald's.
Yeah,
and if any of you guys have been to McDonald's recently, on their bags they have the what the McDonald's bag has been in. And on the back it says Loki season 2. So McDonald's made sure they got in that first episode. They wasn't waiting. So that was cool.
Yeah, that was a cool little end credit scene. But yeah, like I guess presumably that's what the season's going to be about. What's going on? Why is she back at the TVA? Where is everybody from the TVA? So yeah, that's some questions to be answered. I'm excited for that. Let's talk about the scene with the actual branches and stuff like that. I thought that was so well done, and it was hilarious. Like he was like, "Yeah, Mobius is gonna get his skin ripped off if you don't like not nonchalant if you don't come back or whatever." So good luck. So I thought that was pretty cool. The whole like aesthetics and CGI of that, it was just so cool to see, and how you step out into the timeline, you're gonna get de-aged, and he had the suit and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool.
He wrote "skin?" question mark.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure. That was a cool sequence. I'm on board for all of that. Any other things that you guys want to bring up that you guys come to mind? Great episode.
I just need more Miss Minutes. Miss Tara Strong. Need more Miss Minutes for sure.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Yeah, man. I like we said, great episode. Excited for the future. I'm sure we missed some stuff. You guys will let us know what you guys liked. But overall, I think this show is still going to continue to be on top. Questions to be answered, questions to be had still too on what's going on. So excited for the rest of season 1. 6 episodes, unfortunately, but it looks like, judging off this first one, and who knows, things could get derailed, but I don't think so. Judging off this first one, 6 episodes should be enough to kind of work and get those tight in. I think how long was the episode? I think it was like 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
Something around that.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So it was a good length. So if they keep them all like that, that's fine. Because I think perfect. It was perfect. So hopefully they keep this streak of 10s going on. Let us know what you guys think of the episode down below in the comments. If you guys like the video, drop a like.
Oh,
what's up?
Before you end, when we first saw Sylvie and Loki got pruned, she wasn't the one that pruned him. It was from the back.
Oh, that's right. Somebody got him out of there.
Someone pruned him from the back.
Ooh, Mobius?
Why would Mobius still be around?
I don't know. Hey, that's a good question. Yeah, that's another question. Oh, and then real quick too, I completely forgot about this. When he comes back into the meeting room and he's like, "Yeah, look," and he takes the time stick or whatever, and he smacks the wall. He's like, "Yeah, this is who's running everything." So it looked like Kang, or the one above all, was out in the open before in the past, ruling everything from from the front. And I guess something happened. He had to change all that and put the 3 timekeepers on there instead. And so that's
what I think it was that was the bad one. Because remember, he said there was a war, and I feel like the one already took over, and he had to step in and make and change it all. Because again, everybody lost their memories, so he had to take over the king that was ruling everything, and make sure that everybody forgot and just fix the TVA to make it the TVA and not whatever it was before. That's I feel like happened.
Yeah, on the murals too, when they were talking it out, Mobius and Loki.
Yeah,
it was like pictures of what happened. Yeah, the war and stuff like that. So yeah, it was excited.
Yep.
But yeah, like I said, you guys like the video? Drop a like, drop a comment down below if you guys are excited. What, more stuff?
No, it just made me think. So that means that in the trailer, when we saw them go back in time to meet the king, what was his name when he was the scientist, or what was he?
Oh,
remember?
Yeah. The
that
original
makes me,
one.
Yeah, that makes me think. What if they realize they have to make him become the one he who remains again?
He did.
So they're
going back. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, they're going back to make that happen. Because he remembers that he who remains remembers them doing that. He knows it's gonna happen again. So that's why they went back to find him, because they have to make him he who remains.
Because that's in the trailer and stuff, and he's doing the Tesla stuff.
Because why would you have to go back? Why would you have to go see that him? Because that was the one. He was the good one.
They got to come back on the throne. Hey, see, that's another thing. If that happens, then what is that going to tie into the movies? If he's just still going to be the dude?
Because I just still think that, because I tell you guys a bunch of times, like this guy Kang, like it's not more so his physical strength, but just his strength in numbers for one, and just that when you kill him, he just keeps coming back. So I just feel like even if we just leave this version of Kang that's in Loki, from the events that happened in Loki, just spawned these other Kangs that are doing damage across the MCU. So I just kind of feel like that's just kind of how we have to look at it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, the Council of Kangs in the movies anyways, looks like they're going after the Avengers, because the Avengers were the only ones that could stop them or something. So we'll see what they do with that. But yeah, anything else, Coach? Anything else?
Hey, it's good. It's good. It's great.
It's good.
I love it. Yeah.
Hey, things come to mind, and we got to just like,
man.
spit it here for you guys.
It was a
So say
great
you
one
heard it here
episode.
first. Code said it first. Is that they're gonna put him back on the throne? He did say, "See you soon" when Sylvie stabbed
He
him.
said it, man.
So
he
hey,
knows.
see what happens with that. But yeah, this time for real, we appreciate you guys watching the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Nothing else. Like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.